Hey wrestling fans, JC Styles here of F and True Wrestling. Brian will be over in a minute. This is a video response to Spinnernet's latest video. If Vince brought back the ECW, would that leave TNA Hardcore Justice useless? We will talk about buy rates, we will talk about no surrender a little bit, and we will talk about ECW past to ECW present and TNA Hardcore Justice. Brian, what do you got to say tonight?
Well, first things first. Spinnernet, love your stuff. You know, we check out, we have over 100 subscriptions. We check out Spinnernet, we check out Gemini, and we'll talk about ADTV in a little bit. All the guys that really stand out among the group. We'll make sure we cover them at the end of this video, but first we want to get out our video response. I've been going back a little bit with Spinnernet about ECW. I kind of feel like his latest video is kind of geared towards our response and others. If Vince brought back ECW, would that invalidate what TNA is trying to do? And also pay-per-view buy rates.
How can you even say that?
How can you?
Because they're not going to have Dreamer, they're not going to have Sandman, they're not going to have Rhino, they're not going to have Raven, they're not going to have Mick Foley, they're not even going to have RVD or Jerry Lynn.
No. And you know what? Okay, they could bring back some hollowed incarnation and call it ECW. They might even be able to get half. Okay, a year from now, like you said, 2011, that's a year from now. They might even be able to get back half those stars, okay?
Will they be happy?
No.
No.
Will they be there for the paycheck? Probably.
Yes.
Okay, you get back half the stars. There's going to be no heart. Right now, TNA is offering us something. As wrestling fans, we became accustomed to kind of a cartoonish style with WWE. Then we went Attitude Era. We got hardcore. We got used to something different. We saw guys bleed on a nightly basis. We saw weapons involved. We saw things that pushed the envelope of what you think two people could do in a ring to one another. Is that legal? Sometimes I would have to think to myself, is that legal? Can they do that? That's how insane wrestling was at the turn of the century, around the 2000s. Now, WWE's toned down, said, hey, we're the mainstream. We don't got to be we can be whatever we want now. We're going back to being PG, back to cartoonish-based storylines.
Yes.
We want hardcore. Okay, Spike TV's greenlighted the hardcore with TNA.
And,
so let it happen.
And also, TNA turns around and says, we here at TNA Wrestling listen to the fans, give the fans what they want. Okay, Spinnernet.
Impact moves from Monday back to Thursday for the fans.
Exactly. Second reason. Okay, TNA is not bringing back ECW. The ECW originals and the ECW fans and the wrestling fans are bringing back ECW.
Okay, so TNA's
sponsoring the event, but the event
who's
is
paying the money to see the content?
All the fans. Also here's another thing. The fans, not the fans, I'm sorry, ECW, Dreamer, Stevie, Raven, okay, Mick Foley, they are going to be the ones doing the creative booking and storylines for this pay-per-view. There's rumored that we might see Jerry Lynn RVD for the main event for the TNA title. If that is all, if it is
title
true,
or not, the
title or not,
are,
that is going to be one hell of a match. So what if the buy rates for TNA Hardcore Justice are through the roof, and then
no surrender falls off when you go back to TNA?
But you know what?
That's okay. Maybe it'll take TNA's mindset and say, hey, they want to see this hardcore style of wrestling. They want to see what they saw at Hardcore Justice, and maybe it'll get carried across the board. I think that's what we're going for.
Okay. Also, another point, in fact, who knows if TNA Hardcore Justice turns out to be so awesome as they think it's going to be, as all of our wrestling fans are going to think it is going to be.
We'll get to see these guys.
Maybe we'll get to see these guys signed to a TNA contract. Tommy Dreamer Tommy Dreamer was ECW TV champion, and I think he was an ECW tag team champion.
No, he held the heavyweight belt in the original ECW incarnation for, I want to say it was about 30 minutes from what I remember, and then he held the ECW WWE incarnation of the title. So he was technically ECW heavyweight champion twice.
When do you think he had the more heart behind the business? When he was champion for 30 minutes, or he was champion when he was in
the big thing
is
if you watch the rise and fall of ECW, Dreamer never wanted that belt to be put on him. He got that belt put on him because so many people already left the company. Taz went up north.
The Dudleys
went up north. Taz was the man in ECW.
Okay,
Taz held the company for a long time. And you know what? Taz, more power to you. You're a great athlete, you're a great commentator. I love to see you every week.
And you know what? And Taz, you know what, man? being from a native Brooklyn of myself, and you're from the Red Hook section of Brooklyn, you know, man, Armada to your Armada, man, New Yorker to New Yorker, I love what you did in the ring. I wish that what happened didn't happen to you, and that you were still in the ring today wrestling, because, man, you were a suplex machine. Okay?
Oh my God, you were so well oiled, dude. It was ridiculous.
But back to Spinnernet.
Back to Spinnernet. Next, we already touched on
the buy rates.
Well, we really didn't touch on. Well, we kind of did, and we kind of touched on both our subjects. But let's kind of get them out because we are running out of time. 1, buy rates. Okay, hopefully with Hardcore Justice, we'll get to see something that hasn't happened in TNA all year. A real spectacular buy rate. Maybe that'll push TNA to sign these wrestlers to a long-term deal.
Well, just Dreamer, because the rest of them are actually still in contract with TNA.
Correct. That is correct. Rhino, Stevie. I'm sure Mick still has an ongoing deal because, you know, that was all storyline with Bischoff firing him. Obviously, controversy creates cash. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. So maybe that will force TNA to a different direction.
Shut up.
To a different direction. And it would be good. It would be good because I would love to see it, and a lot of fans would love to see it.
Yes.
Second, if McMahon brought back ECW,
who cares?
It wouldn't mean jack shit.
Squat.
No. Shit.
No, Brian, we gotta stay PG oriented. Squat. Due to YouTube, we're not family-friendly users.
Yeah, according we're not family-friendly content, but that's okay. Moving on.
Just joking, YouTube.
We love you. But, moving on, I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. Let these guys have their night. You know what? If they fucking botch it, then guess what? Then we are where we are.
Right now.
Then, Spinnernet, you were right.
We want to give a quick shout-out also to guys like Gemini. We love your videos. We love that you do your videos with all your WWE wrestling content behind you. ADTV. You guys, we love what you do. You guys got great stuff. Spinnernet.
Check us out, man.
T-Slate. All you guys have great stuff, great videos, and we love what you guys are doing. I'm JC Styles.
Fry Crazy, and we're out.
Yeah.